trying to breathe, I'm sinking underwater. I try to escape. I think I'm drowning, this feeling gets stronger, and I'm not quite ready to break. I'm trying to breathe, I'm sinking underwater. I try to escape. I think I'm drowning, this feeling gets stronger, and I'm not quite ready to break. I'm trying to breathe, I'm sinking underwater. I try to escape. I think I'm drowning, this feeling gets stronger, and I'm not quite ready to break. I'm trying to breathe, I'm sinking underwater. I try to escape. I think I'm drowning, this feeling gets stronger, and I'm not quite ready to break. I'm trying to breathe, I'm sinking underwater. I try to escape. I think I'm drowning, this feeling gets stronger, and I'm not quite ready to break.
Hello everybody, how are we doing today? I forgot to do some stuff. I don't have OBS open. Well, I do, but I don't have it up. And I don't have my stream labels on the right screen. There we go, now we're ready to go. How are we all doing today, guys? Hello Bucko, NM Farmer, Adam, Ryan Chapman, and Louis Chisnell. And there's somebody else as well. Pierre, hello. I literally went out of game to have a look through the thing. Here's where the fun begins. I'm gonna have to work in tonight here, aren't I? Because I need to... Dusty Dave and Nathan, hello. How goes the field depths, Nathan? I saw you said you got 13 left to do. And Carson, hello. Simulator Gaming, Jack and Witchy, hello, hello, hello. Also, Dusty, what I said in my admin chat, don't take that as actual legal advice because I could be wrong. But you should, in theory, be able to get away with that. You'd be glad to get them. Yeah. I mean, it's not like they're difficult, it's just that they're boring and time-consuming. So I struggled to sleep again last night, just as a thing. Didn't get to sleep until like 9 o'clock again. And, I ended up watching a bit of Japanese Super GT, courtesy of Nismo.tv, or Nismo TV on YouTube. And oh my god, I love Japanese Super GT. Why is there fire in the thumbnail? Why not? I mean, if you weren't here yesterday, you'll have missed all the fun. I mean, the car exploded, and there was fire, and, you know, the army had to come, and oh my god, everything happened yesterday when that happened. I may be exaggerating certain details for dramatic purposes. But yes, we're bale stacking again, because it's seemingly all we do now. On the bright side, we won't have to destack these bales. Hello, Jag! There were kittens everywhere, exactly. It was mayhem. Just everything happened at once yesterday. We won't have to destack these bales at least, because these are going to go straight into the bale cell. Well, they're going to be reversed in, but they're going to go straight into the bale cell point. I don't need to store anymore. We've got 60 odd bales stored up. Each one of these is 4,500 litres of straw. What have we missed? Nothing so far, EM Cycle. So we should have a good amount in storage. I made too many bales. I think the remaining straw field, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plow it. Actually, let's get the... Aha, the 110 is stopped at the moment. Field 19. Plow. I want you to go to the nearest waypoint. Please. That's what I'm gonna do. Hey, Sam! Good lord, he's awake. And here for once. It's a minor miracle. It was trailers, now stacking bales. Yeah. But this is the last field, other than the hay field, we're gonna stack bales from. So that's our plan, and I'm hoping, upon hope, to get some of the crops sold today as well. Now the joy is I can basically spam canola in the next growth cycle. So I'll be able to plant almost all the fields with, well, I know. No, I really won't. Because the plan is I want to feed the pigs myself. I can't just spam canola. I'll need to have one, I guess, barley set aside for feeding the pigs. I'll need to get at least one cornfield done. And I'll need to do some sugar beets, I guess. Why am I plowing a tilled field? Because, bucko, I've got forced ploughing on. One of the rules is forced ploughing on, so tilled field has to be ploughed. Annoyingly. Got a new bale trailer, you see. Technically, no. I've had this trailer. This was one of the starter vehicles. I just put the bale wedge on. So technically yes, technically no. Comically, the baler in the thumbnail no longer is no longer on the map. We've got about half the bales done out of this field. Oh my god. Now I regret the no auto stacker rule. I'm trying to think of how I can get around that. Ah! How much is 25,000? So I'll need 25k to get that, which will stack the bales into threes. And is this bale gonna fit? It will if I lower the ramps, which theoretically I can do. I can lower the ramps. Or, you know, get them at a jaunty angle for jauntiness. But that should now allow me to just shove this bale in. No. Well, yes, but it's going to get shoved off when I get the yoke from BSM that does 4 high stacks. I could, but it wouldn't go on the back of the baler, and it does actually use the UAL script. It does magic the bales away from where they're supposed to be. So that is I'm gonna say that's against the rules. I've made a hames of this trailer, so I'm just gonna dump these bales off. Hello, Eddie. This bale over here, though, I can grab. I can put it over on this side. Hey, Hamish. I wonder if any of you guys, because I don't know who watches this when. How many of you guys watch this on VODs? And if you are watching the VOD of this, which will be going up hopefully quite soon after the stream. In theory, it's picking the bales off the rollers. Yeah, but I need to use one of the Black Sheep modding balers, which are quite expensive. And therein lies the problem, is like it's not the easiest thing to set up at all. Because I need a specialist baler as well. Because I do have chat replay on the VODs. Now I do have a plan in my head. Okay, here's the plan. Here's the plan for dealing with the bales. Get 25,000 together. I'm gonna have to keep probably about 10,000 or so set aside for getting seeds. Use a small massive baler. Yeah, but will you guys bear with me while I actually explain the plan so that you can think about how stupid this is or how smart it is? Just give me a second. I'll explain what my idea is, and then you can say yes or no. Get 25k together and get the Accus and auto stack, which is within the rules. I'm allowed to use the in-game stuff. What I could also do then is put in the straw DLC and use the 3 bale high, or the 3 bale high stacker from that, and then I can just grab those stacks. Because that way I can just kind of technically not auto stack while auto stacking. Yeah, it's completely within the rule set that I have. And it's something that makes life easier for me. Hello, FS Legend. Just joined. Well, we've only been going about 15 minutes, so you didn't miss much. But what do you guys think of that idea? The Accusation auto stack and... Sorry, what is this even called? The 4 stack even. Because that is completely within the rules of the challenge. It doesn't require a modded auto stacker with scripts or anything, and I know Black Sheep modding don't like using scripts, so you know, Black Sheep stuff is kind of fairly okay for me. And I'm going to, as much as possible, avoid using scripted stuff. Yes, it does. Cam. Nightbot just put it in there. Just so you're 100% sure, I'll put in the exact same message. Because I got Nightbot saying the exact same thing I've said to a button on my stream deck. AVF. I've heard there's a lot of people on Facebook doing this challenge. And saw a few of the mods getting a bit annoyed at somebody yesterday for streaming it on YouTube. No, that's fine. You have my permission to stream this challenge on YouTube. If you're doing it yourself, you have my permission to make videos. You have my permission to use the challenge image. Just like the person who did it yesterday. Give me a shout out and you'll be fine. There we go. You did, but got nothing. Probably because Nightbot was in a cooldown. Nightbot commands have cooldown scam, so, and a lot of people are doing the challenge. Also, Witchy doesn't have access to tweak my Nightbot, so I'm the one you should be complaining to. Just got in from shooting grey squirrels. What did they ever do to you, Fear the Deer? That's mean. I should, in theory, be able to get these 3 deep. If my stacking is, you know, up to par. Which, the amount of stacking I've been doing the last few days, it should be. It really should. Yeah, puts in challenge and Nightbot spams everything. I can go sit over there because it's just annoying. They killed off red squirrels. Survival of the fittest. Exactly, Massey. Or you could say you're doing my challenge. You know, that's the thing. Is like, I came up with these rules to make the game fun for myself, but I made them public and made the pictures and stuff so that you guys can do it too, and you guys can follow along, and you guys can stream it as well, and you guys can do whatever you want with it. Although I would encourage you to use your own starter equipment. Just pick, you know, whatever starter equipment you want to use. Doesn't necessarily have to be the Massey 300s and a T-dub and, you know, the smallest stuff I can find. This is just my challenge. What tractor has the most hours on it? I don't know. It could well be this one, because I've been spamming this one for a lot of the stacking. It's got 8.1 on. It could also be the T-dub. I've been using that as a bit of a workhorse. Tractor with the least definitely is the The 110 that I bought yesterday. That is 100% the tractor with the least hours. One thing you got not seen it, it's off ploughing in field 19 at the moment. Hey look, how you doing today? I swear every time I'm about to make a joke about being bad at reversing, I just reverse perfectly. You guys can make as many jokes about my bale stacking being terrible, though. As many as you like. Because I'm improving, at least. He says with the front wheels of the Massey off the ground. This thing's not bad in reverse, actually. 20 Ks? Reckon I'll still be doing this after your exams? Probably just because of the starter equipment I've chosen. Like, there's gonna come a point where things are gonna start speeding up because I'm able to afford bigger equipment. That point is quite a way away. Probably a harvester too, but I won't be needing to do straw anytime soon. How's my day? My day's going good, look. Woke up at like 4:30. Got up late and there we go. Started streaming. So good Friday in a nutshell. What? I wonder what happens if I strap these bales down and then bring up the ramps. Will I make that trailer very angry? Hey, Rupert. Does the challenge have to be on this map? Nope. It can be on whatever map you like. I'm just doing it on Sandy Bay because for some reason I'd never done Sandy Bay single player before last week. And I feel like it's doing the map justice now. Plus, people are bored of the newer maps, so kind of a lot of people are revisiting older maps or going to the obscure maps. I know VF is following a bit of advice I gave him, which is just do obscure maps because it's a good good way to get people in. Think it's a good idea. Oh, the challenge? I do as well. Which is amazing because I came up with it at like 5 in the morning. Hey Carl. Sandy Sandy plays single bear. And by the way, if you guys are gonna start off YouTube or Twitch, genuine bit of advice for you guys that worked for me in the past, and no matter how unpredictable the farm sim community gets, I think will always work. Do something obscure. Do your own thing. Don't just go on to the popular maps, because people aren't going to want to watch some nobody playing a popular map. They're going to want to watch Daggerwin or Landy Kid or me or Sim or to a certain extent VF, but I think VF, I think if you get a name for playing on the obscure maps, you're best staying to obscure maps. Like the video? Well, thank you very much, Carl. Hello, Sun Gaming as well. Let's just nudge these bales forward. This looks like I vaguely know what I'm doing, when in fact I'm just guessing randomly as what on earth I should be attempting here. That's not actually bad. I am using mouse and keyboard again right now just because it's a bit easier. Be different. Always be different. If you're going to do something the same as somebody else you know, put a spin on it. Like, because everybody's revisiting maps right now, I didn't want to just be the, you know, another guy doing, thinking Thornton. Thornton would work. What's my opinion of German style maps? They're very hit and miss for me. Like, my opinion of German style maps is very kind of, there's two ways it goes. You've got the group of map makers who make German maps, who make really nice maps but put collisions on nothing whatsoever for no reason, for no good reason, and I really dislike that. Like hedges and fences and walls with no collisions. It just annoys me. And then you've got the guys who just make really nice maps but put too many collisions on things and end up with collisions kind of everywhere that at times can turn into unplayable messes. Evening, Duck Kenny. How you doing today, dude? That's it's kind of a good opinion to have on German maps. It's like, and then you do have the very few that are really nice maps. But there's just kind of lacking detail a bit. And then you got the very, very rare few that I really like and that speak to me. And there's there's a reason I don't play German maps much, is because I find them very hard to work with. Of a John Deere, nope. Your G29 back on Thursday. It's been broken for the last 4 months. What did you do to it to break it for 4 months? Let's get this strapped down. Is that one? I do occasionally change the walking speed. I say occasionally, regularly change the walking speed when I'm just kind of prepping for the stream. So what happens if I fold up the ramps here? Does this make the trailer very angry and flip everywhere? No. Good. Let's get that turned off. Let's get this turned on and on the go. You didn't get the time to fix it. I think that's fine. I thought you did something so horrifically bad that it took 4 months to fix. Hello, Frank. More coffee. Beacons on because we're going on the roads. There's a beautiful turbo whistle off this, and it really sounds like my ears are ringing. Is Reshade easy to install? Yep. Pain to deal with, easy to install. This trailer does not look at all stable. How's it going? It's going good. It's going good. I'm gonna cut through field 11 because it makes sense to cut through field 11. It's the quickest way back to the yard. I'm gonna cut along the edge though. Just follow the FSUK instructions. Yep, pretty much. How much does the G27 cost? when I bought it was €250. It's significantly more now. Do a mod? Yeah, I use Reshade Gold Plays. It's a G27 is significantly more costly than when I bought it now because, as a weird little thing, sim racers have, and I'm one of them. I reactivated my iRacing sub last night and finished 11th out of 12 in a race. My first race back in 2.5 years. Hey, Llama King. But we have this bizarre fascination with like specific wheels. Some people like Thrustmaster T300s, some like Logitech G25s. The current fad is direct drive wheels, which cost like £1,000, and I'm not getting one anytime soon. But in terms of starter wheels, everybody always recommends a G27, G29, G920 for racing games because they got really nice force feedback. They're relatively cheap, and they're easy enough to deal with. I actually want to upgrade to. Holy crap on a cracker! That was 10 grand we just got. Okay, we might be able to. Might be able to work with this today. Bit wobbly, yeah. I just realised I can actually cut through field 6 as well. So coming out of the yard, this might be a better cut. You have G25, G27, and G920. I'm actually thinking of upgrading when I have the money. And that would require me to get a job, which, bleh. I'm gonna upgrade. My next wheel is gonna be a Thrustmaster probably T500. I'd go Fanatec, but I had to look at the prices for the V3 bundle, and it's like €1,000 or a grand, which that's maybe a bit much for me right now. No point in getting a £1,000 steering wheel, G27. No, they do not do the same thing, Gold Plays. The direct drive wheels are able to put out much more torque. Cork is so busy over Ed Sherrington. Is he anything to Ed Sheeran? Hello, Benji. Get the straps off. Ooh, 1 times, please. I'll be faster tapping, wouldn't I? Yes. You didn't do that much research. Yeah, like I know a lot about wheels. Again, it's a thing in, I guess, the sim racing community that you know a lot about wheels. Like the Logitech G29 and G920, they have a better pedal set than the G27. So, I mean, if I could, I'd buy a set of G920, G29 pedals, or I could just buy for like €50, and this is a tempting purchase. Right now, a set of spring inserts for the current pedals and modify them that way, which I may do. Depends on money coming together for me, really, because it's a hobby. Also, I will be streaming it on Twitch. I will be streaming some iRacing on Twitch once I get back to grips with it in a couple of weeks' time. Don't expect top level driving. I am not very good, but expect literally some level of competence. Evening, Bulla Bill. It's nice to kind of get back into sim racing. After 2.5 years away from my racing, I didn't even realize it was that long, but wow. And the rust is real. I used to be kind of mid-pack in Mazda Cup races, which is the beginner baby class that everything's free. And now, last night I came dead last of the cars on the lead lap because I didn't die. I spun like 4 times, but I didn't die. And I was a second lap slower than everybody else, so I need to work on my pace. You'd give them to me if you could for free. I'd almost be happier with the mod for the pedals, getting mod from the pedals myself, because I mean, 50 quid isn't a lot. I spun a Mazda MX-5. Yes. Considering I was driving it to the... well, beyond my abilities as it turned out. I need to do a few hours of practice for next week's track on the rotation. Get my eye back in with the ovals as well. I want to kind of do a bit of oval racing, bit of road racing. You're running X64 system or X86? Everybody runs a X86. X64 is 64-bit, so if you're running Windows 10 or Windows 8, you're definitely running 64-bit. Racing MX1. Yes. What beta did I use? I used FSI Modding's New Holland BB960A. Which is okay. It's okay. There's a few modeling things that I'd change if I had the know-how. But it's quite good. The bales are a nice size as well, 4,500 liters. How can you check? Go into my computer and see if you got an X64 folder in one of your hard drives. I also need to like get my FOV sorted in iRacing because it just wasn't correct yesterday. Major Love, thank you very much for subscribing. That is an amazing name. Thank you. Welcome to the Rainbow Dave Madass. Hope you enjoy your stay. How did I crash that badly? What do you mean? I played with clutch. I don't use the clutch in Farm Sim, but in iRacing, yes. In any racing sim, I use the clutch for H-pattern shifting. Because it's just comfortable, and I heel toe and all that kind of stuff. You know, I do all the correct things. Where was I trying to drift? Nope. I had the car off balance going out of a turn, put the throttle down too much, and the car decided it wasn't very happy about that. So it just kept turning. Why would you want a 32-bit Windows? You wouldn't anymore. But there are some people that still run Windows XP, which is 32-bit for the most part. There was the very rare 64-bit XP. But basically, if you're running anything after XP, odds are it's 64-bit. Except maybe Vista. I keep forgetting Vista, and there's a reason. Vista, I think, was 32-bit for the most part as well. You doing great? I've been doing good, dude. Been doing good. Good to hear you've been doing good too. 32-bit is also for super low end. 32-bit isn't available anymore, Yanis. Windows 10 only comes x64. There's no x86 exe for Windows 10. The 110's still going, by the way. It's still plowing away in field 19. All sorts of issues. I can imagine running it. Yeah, because you were running something that was ahead of its time, effectively. Hey, Nathan. How am I today? I'm doing good. Getting a bit bored of bale stacking, though, for obvious reasons. I've been doing... What's my favorite mod map? Mod, map, and tractor, and DLC. Favorite mod is Creator Tools. Favorite map is Coldbra, or I'm going to cheat and say Shamrock Valley because it looks amazing. Tractor is the T-Dub. DLC... It's probably the Coon Pack because it's the only one that actually made sense to me. Like, Big Bud, I don't really use stuff that big. Normally, it's just become kind of a meme tractor. Platinum was just a waste of money, in my opinion. What other DLC was there? FS15 Gold. FS15 Gold was fantastic. The only downside was that it did have Sosnovka. Was it Sosnovka? Ropa. Ropa is okay, but it doesn't... The thing with Ropa is it doesn't really add anything new. Like, that's... Straw Harvest isn't a DLC, it's an add-on pack, it's third party, it's not, I'm not counting that as a DLC. And I would advise you guys not to buy it because it's just... Well, now that they've got the patch out at long last, it's mostly usable. But it's mainly good for, like, the bale grabs. I don't see the point of the pellets. Hey, you saw. I've seen the new Black Sheep map. What do I think of it? I haven't seen it, and I probably won't play it. I don't trust Black Sheep after the Valley of the Old Farm. I'll be kind of blunt about that. I don't trust them. Oh, actually, no, I lie. I did see it. What do I think of it? I don't know if I'm being a bit mean here. I'm gonna give my honest opinion. It looks cartoony. It's. I looked at pictures they have of the real place and then, like, in game, what it looks like off their website, and it was almost as if they were making a caricature of the real place. Like, there were bits where you could see, oh yeah, that's mostly similar, but they just kind of put cartoony stuff in. I don't know why, and it... I don't like it. And it's a damn shame, because, like, most of the map looks like it's really good, and then you got these vans that look horrifically out of place, and just this cartoony stuff that, you know, when you compare it to the real life area, it doesn't match. Can I... Uh-oh. I think I've done something incredibly stupid and now the Massey's stuck. Bales, that's not how physics works. Get... Yeah, there you go. That's more physicsy. Did I use cheap money to add equipment at the start? Yeah. Like when you're starting a map, you kind of have to cheat money in to get your equipment in. Usually, especially if you don't plan on using the provided starter stuff. I find that it's very rare a map maker gives you enough money to get everything that you want in. Or enough starter equipment that you can get the money for everything you want in. That's just not going to work, and I'm going to have to push the stack on the other side now. You went to your new school today, a lot of people in there. Awesome, Yuso. It's Creator Tools, Massey. And you can buy and sell fields with it now as well. Which is kind of cool. Oh my god, I'm making a hames of all of this. That'll do. That'll do. Because otherwise I'm just going to end up spending the rest of the day fixing those 2 bales. Can I fit these in? Can I fit a double stack in this way? I think I can, you know. Yeah, if I were to grab another bale correctly this time and line up on it well, I can fit a double stack at the back and use that to keep the other bales in check. Do yourself up with a grenade and PUBG Mobile. GG. Well done. That's probably the best way to stack these bales. Just looking at it. So 9,400. We should be up around 16,000 once I set off this trailer load. We only have the 1 trailer load left. Okay. We're almost done with the bale stacking at long last. Good lord. Then we just need to make some more bales. Because bear in mind I got a field of hay that needs baling yet. That is the 110 done with ploughing. We're going to stop the driver and close out a course play. And yeah, because of this pointy bit at the end of the field, it did do a bit of a wonk. Hello, Tommy135. No mod list. It was so horrifically out of date I gave up, and then I started downloading mods willy-nilly, so I don't even know what mods I have at this point. Nice thumbnail. Well, thank you. I took it yesterday during the stream, and Landy suggested I yeah, clickbait it up a bit. So blame him for the fire. Hello, Seam. Adam, the mod list is horrifically out of date, as I've just said. I don't know why you're using the command for it. Like, you're just gonna get something that's probably at this point 8 months out of date. My mother's shouting at the cat downstairs. So there's really no point in trying for the mod list. You, sir, in your soccer mom car are an idiot. You saw the tractor coming out and didn't... It should have. I don't know why I didn't. Lunch break. Oh, are you working today, Dan? Right, let's get this course I'm going to need generating. It's field 8. Current vehicle position 9 headlands after the fact. Circle bypass. Don't do coffee and drive. Running low on battery. Well, get your phone on charge. Just finished third lawn. One more to do. Meet a new customer in gym time. Awesome. Then Hunter. I'm gonna finish the stream in what, 40 minutes time. Then open up iRacing, do some practice. Cause oh boy am I rusty. Have some dinner and then probably Hunter, or maybe some more iRacing actually. Because I need derust quite badly. As it turns out, a 2.5-year break from a physics engine gets you really not used to that physics engine. If you don't see, then you should be in around the time the hockey game starts. I shall let him know. So let's get field 8 plowed up. I know that it's got straw in it. I was gonna make more bales, but that's probably a terrible idea. So I can, in theory, get the T-dub in baling. That might not be the worst idea. You should have worked yesterday. I mean, you can see why me and Laddie have the problems we do. Let's just generate that course. Save this course as plow. On field 08. Close down the field 19 thingy and start at first waypoint, please. That should be that good. Gonna get some chocolate and toffee. Oh, that sounds delicious. Hello, Leston135. Nice numbers, sir. 135, I think are numbers that go very well together. Especially when they're prefaced by Massey Ferguson. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Yes. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, and if you are subscribed, hit the bell, because YouTube's being really bad at showing things in sub boxes, it seems. Plus, if you hit the bell, you can, in theory, find out when I go live, without having to check Twitter or Discord or anything. Even though Yanis has been really good at announcing the streams as they happen. I applaud Yanis for that. 6 hours of spa. Which, as it turns out, I thought... Here's the thing. The WEC website is wrong. The WEC website lied to me. It told me that BT Sports was carrying the live footage. It's not. And that's really annoying because I was going to watch the 6 hours on my phone, or bits of it at least. But now I've got to go on my PC early tomorrow and find myself a pirate stream because WEC are terrible. I'm not paying €50 for the damn thing. Oh yes then, I'm sorry. That is my bad. What's my favourite tractor brand at the moment? It's usually Massey. Like old Massey's new fast tracks would be kind of my favourite tractors. Not a big fan of the John Deeres. New Holland's okay. I like New Holland. Case, because it's New Holland, is okay too. Valtra and Zetor are kind of... I do like them. And Class is really nice too. Alright, let's get... This is nowhere near as neatly stacked as the last trailer. Yep, that'll do. Even though these bales at the back aren't actually strapped down to anything, it'll be fine. This might wonk some stuff up actually. No, it's fine. Favorite IRL tractor, Massey 135. You tried to get the ice cream out in the spoon bent. There was a trick I saw to refreezing ice cream and I can't remember. I think it has something to do with cling film. I want to say it's got something to do with cling film. Got a Class IRL. It's gonna be swapped for Deutz 6140 TTB soon. I don't like Deutzes. I don't like Deutz. It's their tractors just seem boring to me. I guess it's because I played FS13 so much that I'm bored of Deutz as a brand. How am I today? I'm good. Only with Farming could you say, I played this game so much that I hate this brand now because it's boring. Sunday's Blank Planet Brands Hatch, that's it. Are they racing Indy or GP? Yanis. Because if it's the Indy circuit, I hate it. If it's GP, yes! All of the yes! GP, yes! Grand Prix loop is a beautiful challenge around Brands Hatch. The Indy loop is just terrible. And I was watching some of the Indy 500 testing. And one of the commentators said, oh, we should go back to Brands Hatch Indy. No, you should not. You should do the GP circuit. Thank you very much, Indy cars. Don't race the terrible circuit, race the good one. Or, you know, go to Donington and race the old Grand Prix circuit there. Or go to Oulton Park and race the international layout. There's so many better circuits in the UK than Brands Hatch damn Indy circuit. I know, by the way, that Oulton Park is way too small to host actual races. For like Indy cars and stuff. Okay, Brands could be argued as too small too, but hey. Donington now at this point actually might be as well, because they kind of screwed up by trying to host Formula 1 and then running out of money. Hey Landy. Did you see the massive crash at Spa this morning, by the way? Anybody who follows WEC. There was a huge crash at Eau Rouge during qualifying. They should do Mondello. Again, way too small for top level motorsports. Mondello's a national circuit. It's in the Slack in the Formula 1 room, Landy. One of the P1s straight-lined Eau Rouge. Actually, straight-lined Radion at the top of the hill, which is even worse. It was just qualifying. It wasn't the race. The race is on tomorrow. Which I've got a pirate because, as it turns out, BT isn't carrying it, and WEC lied to me, and I'm not paying them €50 to watch the season. Because 90% of the races are on at the exact same time I'm streaming. So, no thank you. And I'm not going to watch a 6 or 7 hour race on demand. After starting to watch BTCC in July. Oh yeah, FS Legend, I looked up the BTCC streaming. It's ITV4, it's region locked. So I'll have to find a pirate stream for British touring cars as well. Hello, Glengar. You do not see that room. Oh! Are you not in that room? I don't know how to invite people to rooms. Let me see if I can figure out how to invite people to rooms real quick. There you go. Helpful. Yeah, that's the worst place you can... Well, the second worst. The worst would be actually straight lining Eau Rouge. Right on the top of the hill, you've lost a bit of speed through Eau Rouge from the compression, so... Second worst place to crash on the circuit. Hey Aaron, how am I? I'm good. I'm in a good mood. So for those of you who maybe don't know somehow, I'm a big motor racing fan. I follow as much motorsports as I can. I was even watching Japanese Super GT this morning from Fuji. Those cars look and sound amazing. It's cheating to you? No. Who was it that crashed just after that? One last season. Somebody crashed on the straight? Plus I don't tend to remember Formula 1 because the races are all so dull-limelled into one for me. It does look like a piñata. It just... If you want to see cars go boom, crashing at Radion is a surefire way to make cars go boom. Keep in mind, guys, not cheating basically is anything that Giants have made. So anything from Giants DLC cannot possibly be cheating at this challenge. Because Giants made it, therefore it's real. You probably should start getting ready. Unlike me, who was half an hour late starting again because wasn't up in time again. Because couldn't sleep again. Need to maybe drink less tea and coffee. Or drink more water and pee more and get tired from walking up and down the stairs constantly. Last year Magnussen crashed at Eau Rouge. K-Mag did that? Oh good lord, K-Mag, you mad piñata man. I know... Was it Olivier Panis completely demolished a car back in the 90s at Eau Rouge? He spun coming over the top of the hill and the car just disintegrated around him. He ended up with I think a broken leg or something. Headrest came flying out. Yeah, that happens with Eau Rouge. Especially in Formula 1 because there is no slowdown there. There's a small bit from the compression where you lose a few Ks, but not much. I mean, at least... well, prototypes do actually take it full throttle now. Ugh. But at least the prototypes, P1 cars, they're closed cockpit. I mean, if something goes horrifically awry, there's not going to be something flying in through the cockpit. Which is always... It's always nice that if a tire comes off a prototype, it's not going to smack somebody in the face. Which is always a concern in Formula 1. Video Slack. I can look it up after the stream, it's not a big deal. Hello, Massey. Did I see... Did I see that disgrace last week between Ricciardo and Verstappen? Yeah. That was on both of them. Danny Rick shouldn't have dive bombed the snot out of Max. Max shouldn't have blocked in the braking zone the way that he did. So quite frankly, they both got what they deserved, which was a wrecked car. You know, that was completely 50-50. I've kind of lost a bit of respect for both of them. Because that was just horrific racecraft on both, like, from both parties. Jesse Rodby, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Keep chatting it. I nearly fell asleep midway through. Like, the middle part of the race was just atrocious, and then you had the ending, which was... You know, the Red Bulls both disgraced themselves. The Marshals disgraced themselves by missing the bit of debris that took out Bottas. That should not have been on the track, especially not after a safety car. And it just kind of... The race fell apart, and Hamilton, by 100% blind luck and zero skill whatsoever, got the win. Yeah, Bottas got screwed badly. I mean... Never mind the fact that the Marshals took 3 hours to get every car that crashed off the track. The fact that they missed a piece of debris that large that showed up on the cameras very blatantly, that's inexcusable. Because, like, it wasn't something unforeseen, it was something... Yeah, it wasn't a freak accident, it was something the Marshals decided not to tidy off the damn track that took Bottas out. And I would presume that he felt rightly aggrieved at that. Because once the safety car goes in, you expect the track to be completely clean and safe to race. You don't expect to have a fist-sized piece of debris on the main straight. It's meant to be leaving the calendar next year. Can we hope for that? Because that track is atrocious. It is terrible. Is it warm in Ireland? I don't know. It's warm in my room, but that's because I got the PC belching heat out at me. That'll do. Hello, Comedy Gamer. What track could replace Baku? You'd like to see... Turkey would be amazing to come back. Turkey needs to come back. That is like one of Herman Tilke's masterpieces. Turkey, Malaysia. What other tracks would I like to see come back? Miami street race. Stop with the damn street races! Bring F1 to Road... Oops. Punched my mic. Bring F1 to Road America or something. Like, that'd be a race that people would watch. Formula 1 at Road America? Formula 1... well, not Sebring because it's too bumpy. Formula 1 at... whatever it's called now. Infineon... Sonoma? I would say Laguna Seca, but there's actually a minimum lap time allowed for a track, and F1 would break it. Laguna Seca would be a sub 1 minute track, I think, for Formula 1, and there is actually a rule that tracks have to be at least 1 minute of lap time. Which is why sometimes you'll see random chicanes in circuits that used to be on the F1 calendar. It's because the tracks were too short. And the laps were just kind of flashing by. Why are there no Grand Prix tracks in Ireland? Because Ireland can't afford to build one. Like Mondello could be, but it'd basically need to be rebuilt from the ground up. And I don't think the infrastructure is there for Mondello to be an international class racing circuit, or a what do they call it? Is it A class, international A class racing circuit or something, or grade 1? It might make grade 2, but it wouldn't be good for Formula 1. It's too short. It's too small. The runoffs are tiny. It's made for slow racing. It's made for like touring cars and to a certain extent slower bikes. What would I take out of the calendar? Baku. Singapore I like, actually. Did I find... Nope, never. Should go back to Imola. I don't think Imola's ever going to come back to Formula 1. Dylan Stearns, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. What tracks did I take out? Abu Dhabi, Bahrain. Literally anything by Herman Tilke that's not in Malaysia or Turkey. Or I guess China's a good track. I'll be fair, China's a good track. Games and Games as well, and Soda Bacon. Thank you both very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay, both of you. What is this Sandy Bay Challenge? There you go in chat. The link that I just posted in chat is what the challenge is, pretty much. Senna isn't the reason it's gone, FS Legend. The reason that it's gone is money. Imola went broke. Now they're starting to come back to racing now under... I can't remember who owns Imola now, but the track went into bankruptcy for a period, and when it got bought over by somebody who I can't remember who it is, they kind of partially tweaked the track so that the old run to Tamburello's back, but not Tamburello itself, which is definitely for the best. So now it's a really high speed approach to the Tamburello chicane. Monza, I keep Monza. There's a kind of a the motorbikes want Monza changed, and I've seen some tweaks from Monza that look really good. I've seen others that don't look so good. There's one that like brings the cars, gets a like gets rid of the Curva Grande, but also the first chicane, and turns the run from start to finish into a really long straight, curved straight. What I'd love to see is, and this will never happen. This will never happen. I'd love to see the old Imola banking be redone. Or not the Imola banking, the Monza banking be redone, and some like GT races around that. It'd never go back to Formula 1 or Indy cars because it's basically flat out, but I'd love to see some like GTs or something that's really heavily built going around the old Monza banking. Nordschleife F1, no. They'd have to resurface the entirety of the Nordschleife and basically deforest the area. Nordschleife is perfect the way that it is. Also, I've just remembered, the Nordschleife, 24 Hours of the Nordschleife is on this weekend in iRacing, so I'll be watching a couple of streams of that. What have I depth of field set and reshade? I don't know. I used the preset from FSUK, just exactly. I usually have depth of field disabled, but that's just because I don't like blurring when I'm trying to play. It's better for screenshots. There we go. Is the old oval from Monza still there? Oh yeah! You can actually see it during the F1 weekend. When they go there, you can see the banking, and the bridge on the back straight is actually the old oval. It's actually one of the corners of the oval. I haven't adjusted the settings at all. Nope. Exactly as taken from FSUK. I'm one of these people who's like a massive motorsports nerd, so I apologize to anybody who's really bored at all this car talk. I know that some of you just dislike it and just get bored, but this is stuff that I really enjoy. And I know that it sounds like I'm whining about a lot of stuff. I'm really not. It's just like motorsports is getting annoying at times, especially Formula 1. I need to look up when the Nordschleife 24 is, the Nürburgring 24, because I might take that day off and watch the 24. Because last year or the year before, they had hail in the middle of the 24 and they had to red flag it. I'm passionate about motor racing, yeah. I follow drifting. I follow Formula Drift. It wouldn't work as a track, no, Giannis. But it'd be cool as a novelty race. Or as kind of a tourist attraction, I guess, where you could... And this would be a good way for Monza to make money quickly. If they kind of got the oval running again and drivable. Not necessarily completely repave it, but just got it drivable so that a road car at, we'll say, 60 miles an hour, 70 70 miles an hour could take it. Why not have track days where you can, like in a giant train of cars, go around the old Monza, cut the chicanes, you know, do the oval. See, you know, you basically get 2 laps. You start off with the oval, you go through the current Monza, and then back through the oval, through current Monza again, and then into the pits. Like, that would be amazing! Because that's a 10 or 15 kilometer circuit. Formula D is getting better now. James Dean is amazing. I saw him years and years ago, back when he was with Pro Drift IRL, because they were racing at my local circuit. Actually, they did a round at my local circuit, and he won it, and he was just insane. As a classic experience, yeah, much like kind of what the Nordschleife is. Just have track days where you're you know, the entire oval speed limited to, I don't know, something that makes sense. Something that'll be safe. And then Monza itself, no limit. Current Monza. Just, that would make Monza so much money, it would be stupid. And it's kind of mind-blowing that Monza isn't doing that, because 80 miles an hour, you could probably go up to 100 easy in most cars, but I mean, I would say 60 to 75 to be safe in all vehicles. Because, you know, it's probably one of the more historic tracks in the world. Silverstone is possibly the most historic because it was home of the very first Formula 1 race. Indianapolis, very historic as well, held Formula 1 for a period, and of course the Indy 500, which comically was a Formula 1 race for a period. So that's that bailing done. Hey, Clive Ben! Let's get this pulled in somewhere. James Dean is a song by the Eagles. Actually, I'm just going to leave this in front of the bale trailer because I will be needing it again soon. Gonna need to bring the 390 in as well. It's not needed right now. Le Mans is a historic track, yes, and most of it's roadways. What's my local track? It's Rose Green. It's... I don't know how far away it is exactly from me, but it's fairly close. I'd love to go to Le Mans someday. Like this, there's a few races I'd love to go to. One is basically any track in the Nordschleife, so any VLN. Actually, VLN, they let you in for free, so I'd probably go to VLN. Where's Rose Green? Near me. It's in County Tipperary. I've been karting at Watergrass Hill as well, actually. The Watergrass Hill kart track is amazing. Good fun. Wanted to go karting at Rose Green, but they kind of got banned from doing it. Hello, Brendan. You've remembered my name today, I see. So, what we're going to do for the rest of the stream is we're actually going to do some bailing. After finishing getting rid of the bales. You loved Rose Green when it was used. You were at the last event there. The last ProDrift event. I was as well, actually. The last time ProDrift went to Rose Green. Do they still do the National Hot Rods there? Or have they like been banned from doing that now as well? Where did I put the Ford? There it is. You've driven the Porsche cars. I'd love to do that. I'd love to drive the Nordschleife. Like, if there's one racetrack that does track days I'd love to do, it's the Nordschleife. On one of the Touristenfahrten. How many racetracks are there in Ireland? 2 paved, I think. Though, I don't know. Like, it depends on what you classify as a racetrack. You've got Rose Green, which is a paved oval. With an infield section, so it's technically a roval. You've got Mondillo Park, which is kind of the main motor racing track. You've got a few karting tracks dotted about. I think Mondello even has a kart track. Gotta learn how to drive first. Yeah, that's the first problem I need to overcome there. And to learn to drive, I need to be able to afford learning to drive. So that's kind of the second problem. That's the first problem, I guess. Beacons are still on massive. It doesn't matter. It's not wasting battery. Formula 1. Farm Sim doesn't simulate batteries, so it doesn't matter too much if I leave the beacons and lights on and everything. There's the ring taxi. Actually, that might be more fun to get a ring taxi around because they're pro racing drivers. And if you watch the new Top Gears, Sabina Schmidt, one of the presenters, I don't know if she's still a presenter actually, but she used to be a ring taxi driver. You got your 2-day MX races this weekend. You're like, get waiting on Christmas. I can imagine, Dave. Good looking those, dude. You don't fold the baler. I would say break a leg, but that's probably the last thing you want to do. So let's bale up some hay for the cow. Do the straw first. I've got enough straw, Hamish. The reason I'm doing the hay now is basically because I got way too much straw. I need to not do this field again, by the way. I think next time I do hay it'll be field 4. Because this field is a bit unworkable in spots. I really shouldn't have done it, is what I'm trying to say. Subgoal, I'm aware the subgoal has been broken, but I'm not going to change it today. If it's still above the subgoal tomorrow, then I will change it. Because I know some people sub only to get to the subgoal, and then after the stream they unsub. Which is always fun. I always expect to lose a couple of subs after a stream, so I just kind of leave the sub goal as is, and if it's still broken by the end of the stream, or by the start of tomorrow's stream, then I'll change it then. If not, then well, I'll probably bump it up regardless, but it won't change too much. A quick reminder though, if you are enjoying, to hit the like button and subscribe. How many likes are we on? I know Landy's about to go live, so we're not going to get much above where we are now. Hopefully we've broken 50 likes. It's always the goal for a stream. Yeah, you don't really want to break anything. Unless it's the track record, am I right? 31. That's not terrible. But, usual deal, let me know when Landy's live. Yeah, everybody hit the like button, please. $381. Awesome. That's much better. Much closer. There's no Red Bull Grand Prix tracks. Okay, the class record at the track. Because every different class has a different track record. It's like the GTs go after the GT track record at every track. Don't break a leg, break a car. No, that's just as bad. Possibly more expensive. I'm in the fun situation today where I don't actually know what's for dinner. It's either going to be stew, which is delicious, or takeaway, which is also delicious. So I'm not in too bad of a mood about dinner. I'm not. Yes. This isn't going to produce too many hay bales. Oh god. Ooh. I may need to do field 4. Break someone else's car. Then run very quickly away. I'm gonna have to do field 4 as well, aren't I? Because this is not gonna be much hay at all. In fact, it's probably not gonna be enough. I mean, it probably will be enough. I don't plan on... This is gonna sound cruel. I don't plan on feeding the cow anytime soon. Because I don't have any silage, so there's no point in giving it, like, hay and straw. Until I can get... Actually, it makes sense to give it straw, but... Made a barbecue for dinner today. Very nice, Pierre. Make sure you don't leave any traces behind. Wear your gloves, smash it in, burn the gloves. Buy new gloves. Actually, steal somebody else's gloves and throw them into the car. Checking prices on second-hand 724. Oh dear. And for super chats, you need monetization, Dusty Dave. Who, by the way, is planning on starting to stream sometime soon, so keep an eye out for some Dusty Dave streams. I'll, if I can, be in there. Landy's live. Good. He's late. I will leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Sandy Bay doing the challenge. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, hit the like button on your way out and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.